In a very short amount of time, you can see very significant changes in how the body regulates and how it functions.
Joe Dispenza's week-long training events have been attended by thousands, many of whom claim to have experienced and witnessed dramatic recoveries from chronic health disorders. This is Marlena. For much of her adult life, she suffered severe head pain, which was ruining her life, and at some points, Marlena wanted to end it all because nothing worked. She tried everything from meds, holistic therapies, nutrition, acupuncture, all without success. Things weren't looking good. But her life was about to intersect with something truly incredible. About 2 years ago, Joe Dispenza held a week-long workshop. He claims this event, which had hundreds of attendees, played scene to some of the most powerful physical transformations he had ever witnessed. Diseases, impairments of all kinds, all rapidly transforming when people changed their emotional and mental habits.
How would I walk if I could heal my body in an hour? Who am I going to leave behind here, and who am I going to walk as? And a lot of people just hit it, and when they do, you see dramatic changes in their health because they're actually embodying the energy of their futures.
Joe describes 4 key steps that precede these incredible transformations, which you're about to learn one by one. In his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Joe describes how to escape the chronic conditions that imprison the body. One needs to create a new mind and a completely new state of being. According to Joe, this starts with our ability to imagine ourselves in a new environment, a situation in which we are free-bodied and healthy. Then it shifts to emotion, feeling the emotions of this reality, which guide our body's incredible chemical resources, our cells, to form patterns that match these emotional signals. Now, transformations of this nature are broken down by Joe into 4 basic steps.
So those 4 elements that you talked about a little bit.
The first thing is that people have this very strong belief that there was some innate intelligence within them that was giving them life. There's some energy, some force of life that made them more vitalistic and less mechanistic. Whether it was spiritual, whatever they wanted to call it, that there was some power within them that they acknowledged that was giving them life.
Step 1 starts with a simple contemplation of a deep, intelligent power that resides within you and that has the ability to change you.
The second thing was they realized it was their own mismanagement of their thoughts and their actions and their emotions that created their health condition. They realized, I actually had a strong part in this, and they started taking responsibility.
Wow. In assuming responsibility for the state of your life, you assume the power to change your life.
Then they started thinking, number 3, if I actually had a new lease on life, if I actually could heal, if I actually could live another year, how would I live my life? Now, they didn't say I'm going to be the same person. They said, how do I want to think? How do I want to act? How do I want to feel? And exactly how I described, they went into an inward process, not even a meditation, just what do I want to tell myself? And let me repeat it. How do I want to live with my family? How do I want to eat dinner? What emotions do I want to feel? And they started changing their personality. They started reinventing a new self.
Consciously reinvent your behaviors, thoughts, and habits. Essentially, create a new person through editing and changing the small details that make you, you.
Then the last thing that they had in common is that they started noticing when they would close their eyes and do this, they lost track of space and time. That they thought it was like 15 minutes that went by or 20 minutes that went by. And in actuality, it was an hour and 20 minutes that went by. They had no sense of space and time in their inner process.
The meditations Joe teaches enable us to access the state of being no one with no body, in no place, at no time. Joe's referred to this as the process of going quantum. And this is where the magic happens. We do this through entering what Joe calls the sweet spot of the generous present moment, where the information of who we were gives way to the information of who we choose to be now, which breaks the habit of being your old self, allowing you to form a new habit of a new state of being. And this is what Joe saw on that amazing day. New people appearing as their old selves disappeared. Which brings us back to Marlena. Listen to what she experienced.
When my body started to bubble up, it was like an explosion. It was like the Vesuvius was just exploding, and everything came out. All my negative that I carried with me for so long. It all came out, and in that moment, I knew that I was healed. Yeah.
As Joe sees it, Marlena didn't even have this condition. Her old body did. She refired and rewired herself, emerging a new person who was pain-free with an amazing future ahead.
The next time you feel angry, frustrated, annoyed or sad, try to find something to feel grateful for. Anything you can latch onto at all to feel grateful for will come to act as a doorway into a new reality.
When we accept, believe, and surrender to the thoughts that are equal to the emotional state of gratitude, that information programs the autonomic nervous system into a different destiny.
Allow gratitude to cement this reality deeply in your body as you keep this 4-stage process running. And trusting the power of your innate intelligence, simply allow this reality to echo back to you through your emotions, through the health in your body, and through the new reality you're enjoying. And if you want to know the true power of these teachings, see what these 70-year-olds were able to accomplish. It'll change the way you think about age. And if you found any of this interesting, please hit the like button, much appreciated. And perhaps I'll see you again soon.